Buddy Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas welcoming you to the Royal London Theatre here in London, England for tonight's main event. 12 rounds in the heavyweight division between these two great warriors.
Fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Hands of Stone. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, Dynamite Briggs.
All right, gentlemen, one thing, protect yourself at all times, okay? Let's catch him up.
Round 1 of 12. Many may believe that in a matchup like this, power puncher versus power puncher, that he who has more power wins. But in a way, is it as simple as saying he who has more fundamentals wins?
Yes, absolutely. He who has a missile to get that bomb to the target, he's going to win.
And that's some fine work right there by Briggs. Good-looking counterpunch. Couldn't hit the elusive target with that straight right. Dismisses his opponent's headshot.
Off the rope, circling.
Blocks it away. Halfway through round number 1. He got hit, but he sends it right back. Comes right back at him with a left hand. What a good counterpunch by Hands of Stone. Whatever game plan and strategy they may have come in with, Teddy, they may have just thrown it out the window. They're trading blows nonstop in the round 1.
Everything's been thrown out the window. Everything in the room is going out the window, and we love it.
Throws a counterpunch there. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head.
Keep moving, keep moving.
Very well done by both men to fire off those right hands. Comes right back with some offense of his own. Final 10 seconds. We come to the end of this round. Teddy, a round in which maybe a lot of trainers don't like to see because it was a very busy round for both guys.
Well, it depends what kind of style, what kind of strength your fighter has, or even what kind of weaknesses. If I had a guy who likes to box, who likes to counterpunch, I want a guy coming at him. Not with a lot of TNT in his gloves, but coming forward where my guy is well-suited. He can pick him off a little bit.
Well-placed counterpunch by Hands of Stone. Well, we just learned something here, Teddy, in this fight. He landed a beautiful counterpunch, and if that continues tonight, this fight's going to be in his favor.
Yeah, and this fight might be over because when you land counterpunches, usually you're landing clean shots, and sooner or later, shots that your opponent doesn't see. And those are the shots that say, good night.
Lack of defense starting to be costly now. You can see that swelling.
Yeah, and you know, the first thing you think about is he's going to get back to his corner. They're going to put that end swell on it. But he needs to get better defensively. Make sure that it doesn't get worse.
He gives as well as he takes. You saw it on that exchange. blocks the headshot. Oh, hands of stone, stunned and staggered. And now you're seeing the beard that this guy possesses, because he went from stunned and damaged to staying right upright.
Oh, this is like Santa Claus's beard. I'm telling you right now.
Nice job to land that counter punch and getting away from one of his own by Briggs. Comes right back with some offense of his own. If I'm his opponent, I look at that eye and I say, that's the magic button. Keep going right there, touch it, touch it, touch it, and we could get a stoppage here.
Well, you're not wrong, but also it could work the other way to your detriment. You could be looking for that spot so much that now you're throwing one punch at a time. You're looking just for that. You're not doing the other things. You're not using the jab to set it up. You're not going to the body. And maybe you actually allow your opponent to survive longer because he could see that one shot coming. He could avoid that one shot.
Seconds to go in this round. Would you rather have a fighter who's feared or a fighter who's fearless?
I feel like I'm talking to Sonny from the Bronx Tale, but I think that I would rather have a guy that has fear because he's going to be smart all the time. He's going to be a guy that's going to be aware of things that you need to be aware of. If he's so-called fearless, he's going to walk into all kinds of things that are not going to allow him to be a fighter.
And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Nice combination by Briggs. Nice block by Briggs. Counters back against his opponent. Teddy, is it possible that he didn't respect this fighter coming into the fight? Now, I know a lot of people would say, yeah, he's ahead on the scorecards, but you can just see the style of fight that this is, that he's being tested.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of two things. This guy being better than his record would indicate, and what you touched on, that he's a human being like anybody else. We look at the guy's record, we think of what kind of fight it's going to be. He looked at it, he thought it was going to be a little easier than it's turning out.
Good job by drawing in his opponent and then landing the counterpunch by hands of stone. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. A crafty counterpunch after a fine defensive effort by Briggs. Looks like he has some blood under his eye around the cheek. He missed with that headshot. Last 10 seconds. Very clever move there. A little defense turns to offense. The counter punch by Briggs. End of the round is upon us. And if the next round holds up like that, we're going to be in for a real treat.
No, we will be, because both these guys have the philosophy that their best defense is their offense.
Not able to land the headshot. A good block. Some fine fundamentals. Good counter punch.
Nice mousetrap there. He let him in beautifully. He didn't use cheese. He used distance.
Undoubtedly, the most effective element of his entire arsenal tonight is his jab. He's so committed to fighting on the outside, and he's jabbing away beautifully.
Well, Customato used to tell me, Teddy, when you're in doubt, jab. Well, this fighter, when he's been in doubt, he's jab. When he's been sure of himself, he's jab. As you said, he's made a jab fest of this all night long.
He scored well after being hit himself. Nice block by Hands of Stone. And now he's acting like a fighter. Coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Halfway through this round here. Wow, is he defensively sound. Unable to score with the hook. Briggs is really disappointing us with his lack of work to the body.
Yeah, it is.
Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Well-placed counter punch by Briggs. 10 seconds to go in the fourth. Come to the end of the round. A round that I'm having a tough time trying to think about who won. I can only imagine what the judges are thinking about. Teddy, if there's one thing you look for in a round like that and say, okay, I'm going to give it to this guy over this guy, what is it?
Well, the first thing is, if I'm a judge, I take a little notepad and I make a little mark down, blue or red corner, what he did early. Because sometimes a judge has a tendency to forget what was done early and only go with what went late.
Nice work. He can't. Get the compress on that.
They are back to action here, but that action has only favored one man. Completely one-sided. Hard to see the scorecards coming into play here with how dominating he's been. I would assume there has to come a point in this fight where he has to make the commitment to throw the power punches. It's hard to envision a way he's going to win this fight without going down that road.
He doesn't have the confidence to do it. I don't know if he's mentally strong enough to do it. I think he's worried about throwing hard at the guy because maybe in his mind that means the guy is throw hard back at him.
Super hook to the body by Briggs. Hands of Stone's doing really well on the outside, utilizing his jab. Teddy, I think the fans sometimes don't appreciate it, but what he's doing right now on the outside is very smart.
Well, this is the sweet science, Joe, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's understanding where he needs to be, and he's controlling that dimension.
blocked that time. It was intended to the head. So swiftly able to turn defense into offense. Nice counter punch.
And what you're noticing here is his opponent is starting to be a little wary of letting his jab go, because every time he jabs, he gets caught.
What a chin. Hey, can you believe the shots this guy's absorbing? Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Neither man slowing down as we have 60 seconds to go in this round. And a smart counterpunch by Briggs.
Keep your hands up.
Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. What do you think the right time is to stop a fight under circumstances like this? I mean, the swelling around the eye is getting really bad.
Well, part of it is he getting caught with punches clean that he wouldn't be getting caught with if the eye wasn't in that condition. That's where you start right there. Is his defense been impaired that much to that degree?
I don't know, Teddy. It just feels like one of those nights, one of those fights where somebody's getting hurt, where this is not going to the judges' scorecards.
I feel like I'm in Coney Island watching one of those hot dog eating contests where somebody's going to try to eat 50 of them, 60 of them. In other words, he's not worried how he's going to feel at the end of the night.
He's committed to the combination punching now, and it's working out well up top. This is just beautiful to watch. Watch how he just links one to the next, Teddy. A beautiful sequence, almost like musical notes being played.
Well, exactly. It's a nice tool because it just follows. One, as you said, follows the other. Nice and smooth.
It's a counter overhand right. You get the sense that they know no other way how to fight. They are going at it, back and forth, toe-to-toe, punch for punch. There he is on the inside, doing well. What a fight. What a great non-stop action fight this has been. 60 seconds to go in what has been a toe-to-toe war. Oh, what a great round. A crafty counterpunch after a fine defensive effort by Hands of Stone. This is really good work here, kind of like a boxing 101, and it's paying off. He's popping off that jab. He's staying at a safe, longer range here, and he's controlling this fight.
Yeah, he's controlling real estate. Matter of fact, he looks like a real estate broker to me. He's charging a lot of money for ground right there. Every inch, every foot that his opponent tries to come in, he doesn't charge him $10, $20, $30. He charges them 3, 4, 5 punches.
We come to the end of this round. Teddy, a round in which maybe a lot of trainers don't like to see because it was a very busy round for both guys.
Well, it depends what kind of style, what kind of strength your fighter has, or even what kind of weaknesses. If I had a guy who likes to box, who likes to counterpunch, I want a guy coming at him. Not with a lot of TNT in his gloves, but coming forward where my guy is well suited. He can pick him off a little bit.
Able to dismiss his opponent's shot, and then comes back with an uppercut. Oh, and look at this, Teddy, wasting no time getting to know each other.
No, they came right to the center ring, said hello.
And he's able to land consecutive shots. Well done by Hands of Stone. Great show by these two. What an entertaining bout this has been. Neither man willing to give up an inch and giving everything they've got.
So it's like that old song, whatever you can do, I can do better. That's how they're challenging each other.
Well-placed counter punch by Briggs. Targeted counter punch by Briggs.
Let's see some more head movement. Unleash the fury.
The twists and turns and the non-stop battle, it continues on as we've reached the 1 minute mark to go. Punches and bunches. It worked out well there with that combo.
Yeah, you know, the early punches set up the late punches.
Nice work with the jab on the outside. Boy, very sharp with his punches. He doesn't miss much.
He's like a scalpel right there. You know, he's making incisions here, there. He's really doing an operation.
He comes back with the left hand again. As we come to the end of the round, Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, that's one of those rounds where I wonder what were the judges looking for, because it's tough to kind of draw a line between those two fighters.
Yeah, very close, but one of those rounds where you could steal it. You did a little bit more in those last 30, 20 seconds. Maybe that's the impression the judges are left with.
Well done that time, landing the counter punch. Briggs is making some costly mistakes here. Number one among them is he's not moving his head at all.
No, he's a stationary target right now. And now the only thing that he's lucky about is only one's coming at a time. But in a little while, his opponent, you know it, his opponent's going to start putting them together. Then he might not be here anymore.
Good block by Dynamite. Able to counter that attack. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. That's a tried and true method that works out very well. The counter punch landing by Hands of Stone. Good looking counter punch. now feeling the effects, Teddy, of having his opponent punch right through that guard.
Well, he should feel the effects. I mean, look, Joe, it's kind of like standing out in a rainstorm with an umbrella, and all of a sudden the wind's coming, and the rain's coming from the side, and you're standing there under the umbrella and say, why am I getting wet? Well, you're standing there covering up. The punches are coming from the side. They're coming from all angles. You're going to get wet.
You're not always protected. Teddy, this is one of those moments where you just wish you could pick up the phone and call up the world and say, tune in. Everybody should be watching this, right?
I have a cell phone. I might do that right now.
Start dialing. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Good exchange. He fires back. End of the round here. A round that saw a lot of action. The kind of round that fans pay to be here to see.
Well, these are TV-friendly fighters, and we figured that coming in.
Good job protecting himself. Good combination by Briggs. Able to dismiss it. To go in this round. Neither man has decided to slow down at all. Oh boy, what a round. You can see the cut that has started above his eye.
And now he needs to get on his wheels a little bit.
Blocks the headshot. Nice work on the combination by Hands of Stone. Good scoring counterpunch by Briggs. End of the round here, and you can see the fans really enjoying themselves tonight. You know, Teddy, I think maybe more so than any other sport, boxing fans are not just passionate like other sports, but they are smart and savvy. They know the game inside and out.
Well, they follow the contestants. They do understand the parameters of the game. And you know what? They come here and they kind of demand from those fighters the performance that they expect from them. If they expect a guy to box, you hear them every once in a while saying, hey, come on, you know, let's get that jab working. They act like coaches sometimes.
Keeping his hands up, getting way of his opponent's effort. Nice block by Briggs. And there he counters back against his opponent. Parries that punch intended for the head. Oh, and there you go. Briggs, oh, that's gotta hurt. Briggs has hit the deck. He goes down. Our first knockdown we've seen tonight.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
He went down from a big shot. Now he's got to have some big guts to move along.
You're going to find out exactly what he's made of.
He comes back with the left hand again. This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, with special offensive happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. A minute to go in what has been 2 minutes of sensational action. Neither man coming off stride. Protecting his head well with his guard. Blocks that belt line well. Round comes to an end. Knockdown was scored in that round. So, Teddy, you're working the corner of the guy who was just on the floor. What are you telling him?
You're telling him that if he's been down before, you want to actually use that for a positive. I know that sounds crazy, but you say, hey, you've been here before. You've overcome it. You want to remind him that he can get back. And then the most important thing, Joe, is you tell him why he got dropped. So when he goes out there, he's not just scared going into a dark place saying, gee, it's going to happen again. He knows he has control.
Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. Able to dismiss that body shot. Good defense, just covering up down low. Briggs is not giving us what we're used to out of him here, Teddy. Now, he was knocked down earlier, but this is not the way he normally goes about things in a situation like this.
You know, you have to be like one of those high-wire walkers where you're going across, buildings. You have to do a balancing act. In one hand, you have to remember why you were dropped so you can correct it. It doesn't happen again. But on the other hand, you have to balance that with forgetting that you're on the floor so it does not stop your concentration and your offense going forward.
Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Wow, is he defensively sound. Briggs is able to avoid that punch. Good block there by Dynamite. What a good war this has been. What a good, solid fight it's been. The kind of fight that tells me somebody wants to get rid of the other guy.
It almost looks like they made a deal where neither one could win by decision, where if they didn't win by knockout, it doesn't count.
They meet up for the 12th and final time. The last round has arrived. Parries that punch intended for the head. Defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Good block there by Hands of Stone. Well, obviously what his opponent has done here is the reason that cut is in the shape that it's in. So if you're him, just keep doing what you're doing?
Yes and no, Joe. Of course, it's easy to say, yeah, keep doing what you're doing. But what if there's a little change? Your opponent's cut now. He's going to move his head, you figure, a little bit to survive in there. Now you shouldn't go head hunting, even though that cut's there. Now you have to adjust to what's in front of you. Go downstairs to the body a little bit, then go back up to that head. Don't let that red flag, so to speak, get you to go crazy and forget the body.
Comes right back at him with a left hand. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. All the rounds in the books for the official decision. Let's send it up to the ring.
All three judges score the fight. A unanimous decision. Your winner, Hands of Stone.
Hands of Stone's your winner by a unanimous decision.
And that was a surprise right there. Coming into this fight, we thought we'd see maybe a knockout. But no, we wound up getting a strategic fight.
Yeah, good one for the fans. Glad you tuned in to see it with us. I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas saying thanks for being with us.